Develop into full-size, beautiful color prints. We have both daylight and flash models available, and there's film as well for those of you that didn't remember your cameras but just forgot the film. Then up at the second deck cocktail bar, we have our famous Bloody Marys, champagne mimosas, hot coffee drinks like Bailey's or fluid coffee, ice cold beer and wine, margaritas on the rocks, and one final item are our Catalina Flyer caps. They're baseball-style hats with the flyer embroidered on the front. Again, that's at the second deck cocktail bar, so feel free to swing by either one of the bars or flag down any of our crew members. They'll be more than happy to get anything for you from either the cocktail bar or the snack bar. Also, we have a special guest with us on board today. She's a representative of the Santa Catalina Island Company.
Garibaldi right down here. 7 of them. 8.
Anchovies in there, top smell, baby, top smell. No, those are, yeah, those are anchovies. I don't have to move on. Okay, how you all doing? Good.
They got examined because if you look on the base of each sleeve, you'll notice a little bubble on there. These are called pneumatics. Pneumatics have a variety of gases in them, among which are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen. These pneumatics help the kelp stay close to the surface because they want that sunlight.
Here they are. Oh, a whole school of Opaleye. Bass, Calico Bass.
They got their names Opaleyes because if you look very closely into their eyes, you'll notice they're nice little smaller silvery fish with the iridescent blue streak going across their body are the top smell. Top smell are what we call bait fish. This means they have only one purpose in life, and that is to be eaten by bigger fish.
Whoa, would you be like to be a snorkeler in the middle of that? I was almost afraid yesterday I might get bit. There were so many of them flocking around me, but I didn't.
Alright, the Calico Bass, and again, once you checkered on top fish, is the primary predator inside the kelp forest. They do most of the killing. They eat crabs, crustaceans, mollusks, octopus, such fish as the senorita, anchovy, blacksmith, and even smaller calico bass. They can also grow to be over 28 inches, weigh up to 15 pounds.
Out beyond Descanso Beach Club at the casino, you can see the Hamlet Cove condominium complex. There's a few condos out there for sale. If you're interested, you have to check with our local paper for prices.
Yeah, 3-1.
You see the pier sales always going by down below us here as well. Got to a point back in the 70s that we ran out of bald eagles. They were all dying off. Now what happens is they were catching fish, and the fish were poisoned and polluted with DDT. Now it didn't kill the bald eagles. What happens when they reproduce, they laid very soft shells, and when they sit on their shells, they were crushing their eggs, so they weren't able to reproduce. The Conservancy got together an eagle program and an eagle team, and they monitored these nests. Now what happens is when the eagle lays its egg, they'll call a helicopter crew in. The helicopter crew will come over and fly directly over the nest, and they'll lower a guy down in a full-on towel suit. Now the eagle's talons, it's leather and razor blades, bottom line. It'll shred you apart. So they loaded this guy in a suit, and they'll carefully hoist out that egg and replace it with a dummy egg. Now they'll fly it directly over to a hatchery until it's born. Now it's a very delicate situation. It's trying to get the eagle back into the nest, kind of blows them off. And about 3 hours later, gets that little click in them and gets a little aggravated and just shreds them apart. But if you got a good focus lens, get in on there and get a photo of that. That's kind of a rare opportunity. Usually they're way up the cliff and it's hard to get a photo of them. But try to get a photo before we speed up here and make our way back down the coast. Got that dirt brown color. Notice this one sea lion up here. It's kind of pointing his nose right up in the air. And what happens is they have very heavy heads and kind of a weak vertebrae. So they point that nose up and it kind of lines up the vertebrae, takes off a lot of stress and tension on their neck. That's kind of a good photo for you if you got a focus lens. That's when a lot of people get their photos, when they're pointing their nose right up in the air. Now you can notice they've been out of the water for a while. They're kind of a light brown when they first get out. Kind of a darker color. The bulls are usually a darker pigmented anyway. They got a little bit darker pigment. Some of the younger guys and the females. Now up on the rocks, usually we've had a lot of them congregating up on the beach, but since the surge is up there today, they're going to hang out on the rocks. Usually it's about 2 to 3 families, and the family with the most dominant male usually controls the rock.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Catalina crabs.
Yep.